Hi, it's Kelly. I wanted to talk a little bit about the benefits of telehealth and how it can still be a really incredible tool for helping children and clients overcome challenges. So oftentimes I hear, well, does telehealth really work for play therapy? So how is a child going to play over a screen? And really, you'd be surprised of how creative children can be to play. And just as if they were to come into a session in person and play with the toys or the materials or myself, we play just as engaging over the computer. And part of what happens when a child is engaging in telehealth is that they actually have to tune in a little bit closer to what's happening. They actually have to dial in their senses a little bit more to be able to focus and pay attention. And now you could be saying, well, that's the challenge of my child. They're not able to focus and pay attention. However, wouldn't it be the cool opportunity for them to figure out how to overcome this in order to engage in connection? So telehealth and teletherapy is really just the process of trusting that a relationship and connection can happen over a screen. And all that is required is that we have to trust that the feelings, the sensations, the connections, the healing can happen. And when we really get curious about that, at least in my experience, what I have found is that sometimes the healing can actually be more profound, because myself as the therapist, just like the child or the client has to be more attuned, so do I. And so I am really having to hone in all of my senses to attune to who's on the other side. What are their feelings? What's happening for them? And how do we help regulate and work through those challenges in a way that's meaningful? And what I have experienced with my clients in this shift to telehealth is that there's just as much great healing that's happening as if they were here in my office. Yes, is it different? Does it feel different? Sure. But it doesn't mean that it's any less valuable or less helpful. It's just a different way of connecting. So I encourage you, if you're hesitant about it, to know that it can happen, that playing over the computer is actually much more natural, especially for our children, than we may believe. So if you're curious, give us a call.